Alright. Hey, we're back, y'all, with another Tripping with the Smiths video. In today's talk video, we are celebrating our 2-year anniversary.
Yep, it's been 2 years, actually maybe a week over 2 years since we started this full-time RVing. We started in Austin in a rented Cyclone from a friend, and went from there to our current fifth wheel that we've had for 2 years. 2 years, right?
Yes. Has it been 2 years?
Yeah, we've had it for about 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's had its ups and downs, but it's been a pretty good trailer.
Yes.
And it's been a pretty good experience. So we just wanted to share some of our observations and our lessons learned and our thoughts about being in a trailer for 2 years.
Yeah.
So I'll let Candace start off with her first one.
Yeah. I just wanted to start off and say, I got on my notes, I don't know if I necessarily want to. I guess I could go with that one. It's not always rainbows and unicorns and joy and whatever else people think that goes along with full-time travel. That it can be certainly challenging. A couple of the things over the last couple years for me, as far as RVing goes, is, well, we've been back and forth. Mr. Jeff here loves to
What?
We're in the process of trying to get a new home on wheels, and he is just so, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Very thorough in researching and always talking about RVs and stuff. So sometimes that's just the process of, not him, but just the process of looking for something that's going to work to suit us has been a little bit of frustrating, because we go back and forth between motorhome, fifth wheel, this, that, and the other. But personally, RV life sometimes can be challenging, far as like the water, the tanks, like washing my hair. I mean, like first world problems, right?
Yeah, no kidding. Running
out of that. The travel part of like trying to fit in where good Wi-Fi is for my clients. We both work online, but when I have like appointments with a client, we always gotta be settled to find a spot where I can do my calls with my clients. So that's just one of them.
So
yeah, go ahead.
So anyways, on the same subject, that's not always rainbow and unicorns, is there's a lot of factors you have to consider when you're traveling. You know, when you're at home, everything's set up, and it's always set up, and it doesn't change. When you're traveling, things change all the time. And one of the things about RVing is that you're driving something down the road that's meant to live in. And things shift, things break, things go wrong, things don't, things work in the morning, and you get on the road and you pull into the campsite at night and they don't work anymore. And you got to deal with it. We just yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, night before last. So here we are. We've been in this campground for a week and a half, and go to take a shower, and the water's cold. All right, so that's pretty common. The furnace doesn't run. So we go and flip the switch and turn it back on, and it doesn't start. And it doesn't start. And it doesn't start. So it's night, take a cold shower. Next day, go and take it apart, clean it out, make sure it works. Got it all running. Right, there was some crap in the burning chamber. Got it all cleaned up, but it's just, things happen. So if you're going to go into this full-time RV experience, be ready for things to go wrong, because they're going to go wrong. And if you can't deal with that, this is the wrong lifestyle for you. And if you can't figure out how to fix a couple things for you, you and the repairman are going to become good friends, and you and the checkbook are not going to be good friends. So learn to be handy and use Google and YouTube and forums and all those resources to figure out what's wrong. There's a lot of knowledge out there, a lot of people willing to help, but you just got to expect things to break. And just roll with the punches. That's one of the things we've learned big time. Expect things to break, either unexpected, or we might have bounced off a thing or two here and there, and hit a branch or two, and maybe cut a corner too tight, maybe drag the rear end of the fifth wheel.
Tire.
Yeah, we had a tire blow out on us. So
not always, like I said.
It's not always unicorns and rainbows, but is it worth it? What do you think, babe?
It's worth it. It's worth it.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
Yeah, we think it's worth it. While there's some challenges, I mean, even if you're in a sticks and bricks, which is a traditional home, there's challenges. And things go wrong. I remember when we lived in the house, in 1 week, we had the garage door break, we had the septic system back up, and there was something else that went wrong that week too.
Yeah.
So it ended up being an expensive week. So just like your regular house, your RV is going to break, except it'll probably break more often.
So, yeah, that was my first one to kind of talk about. Your turn. You can go.
All right. So one of the things that we often get is, hey, why don't you come on over here? And why don't you come on over here? And you guys are in a RV, so you can go wherever you want. And most people don't realize that traveling in an RV is a slow process.
Yeah.
All right, you can jump in your car and drive 16 hours and cover 1,200 miles. Not a big deal. Do it in one day.
Yeah.
Jumping in a truck and hooking up a 40-foot trailer and driving at about the 300-mile mark, you're really done. And that's one of the things. Traveling is great, but the actual travel day, that's not always great.
Yeah,
it can become
that part. That could go into the unicorn and rainbows.
Yeah. So,
I tell you.
yeah. Sometimes, some days are great, right?
Yeah.
Everything's smooth. Nobody cuts you off. The road is good. You don't get beat up.
You get on the road. We get started okay.
Yeah.
We don't fight.
And everything works out great. And then those days are really good. But most of the time, by the time you've driven 250 or 300 miles, you're done for the day.
Yeah.
You want to pull in. And you want to pull in while it's daylight. Although we don't do that often enough.
No, that's another thing we add under the unicorn and rainbow.
Yeah.
But we do that to ourselves most days.
Yeah. But if you could pull in while it's daylight and cut your day short, life is good. So anyways, back to that point. Traveling is really great. We enjoy traveling, but the actual travel process can sometimes be strenuous.
Yeah.
And trying to convey that to relatives and friends that want you to just hop over here 500 miles and hop over there 1,000 miles, it takes a minute to do that, especially with working full time. We can't drive 8-10 hours a day. We can get about 3 or 4 hours a day in. So it's a slow process for us to move across the country. And travel days, depending on the day, can be exhausting. So just be prepared for that. What you got?
And I just kind of goes along with the traveling is great. One of the other things out of just the whole reason why we wanted to RV, full-time RV and travel, is that I really love travel. I love just getting out, going, being outside in nature, going to parks, and that's my other one on my list. But just just being able to be mobile, even if it's just going a few hours away and going to see something. I just love seeing other places, doing cool things in other cities and other states, and we have a lot of beautiful places right here in the United States that I always wanted to visit. Other states I wanted to go to, like I'm looking forward to going to Boston. In June. I have a speaking engagement, and then we're just going to be there to just explore the area. It's a good place to be in the summertime. So, not snow, but
no, not at all.
But just I love traveling. Whether that's in the RV, catching a plane, although sometimes that's painful, but I just love the adventure. Getting out and just
kind of along those things. People oftentimes ask us what our favorite spots are, and we've got some favorites, and they've generally been national parks and the Grand Canyon and stuff like that. But one of the things that's not really ever asked is, was there some place you didn't like or areas you don't like? And oftentimes when you're talking about parts of the United States, people are like, I wouldn't go there because I don't like that. And we traveled a lot in the last 2 years, and I can honestly not really think of a place that we've stayed where I'd be like, this place sucks. Really, most of the places we've gone to, we've enjoyed. You've kind of adapt. Here we are in Pensacola, and we're doing the beach thing. When we were in Seattle, we hung out and we went downtown. When we were in Austin, Austin's got a ton of stuff to do that's unique to Austin. And as long as you're willing to adapt your activities to the area you're at, you'll have fun wherever you go. And that's part of the wonderful thing about full-time RVing and getting some travel in. And that lends to my next thing on my list, which is slow down a little bit. Our first year, we did like 30,000 miles. don't recommend it.
No.
Don't recommend it at all.
No.
It was painful because there was a lot of seat time in the truck.
Yeah. Which caused me to get sick.
Yeah. Yeah, Candace actually got a urinary infection because so much seat time in the truck.
Sitting, yeah.
So one of the things we recommend when we talk to people is slow down, spend a day or two at each place you stop, at least, maybe a week or two. And some of our best stops, we spent a month there, so we could actually enjoy the area. So when we hit the road out of Pensacola at the end of the year, we plan on spending a week or two wherever we're at.
Up to a month.
Yep, up to a month.
Yeah.
Unless the other rare times that we have a timetable.
Yeah.
If we got a timetable, sometimes you got a timetable, but we're going to try to limit that and learn to say no to people that want us to show up on their schedule.
Yeah.
Because this isn't about their schedule, it's about our schedule. And it sounds kind of selfish, but at the same time, going back to the traveling thing, people don't realize that traveling is slow and expensive.
Yeah. Yep.
What's your next one?
I'm still on the one of the things is I started to write, but I didn't. Visited national parks is I think the huge thing is just I love the nature. I love the hiking. Just being able to get out there and do these things at this age, because I know a lot of people can't or have the ability to hike these trails and different things at these national parks, and they're just so beautiful. I just really, really love that part, the being outside, being active. What else do you love about the parks?
I love being able to travel and enjoy the parks and stuff and do it while we're still relatively able to, go 13, 14, 15 miles in a day.
Yeah.
Even though, we mentioned that I had knee surgery, and sometimes you pay a price for it, but still having the ability to do it. It's really nice to be able to do when we're young. And we've lately run into some other younger people that are doing this.
Yeah.
And it's good to see like-minded people that are out enjoying experiences instead of building an empire back home. Kind of like the American dream, where you have the bigger house and the bigger car and the bigger this and the bigger that. And at the end of the day, you spend all this time collecting stuff and maintaining stuff, and you don't ever go out and do anything.
No, we want experiences for sure.
Yeah, we like the experiences.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the next thing on my list is when you start this, if you consider starting this, and you'll see the advice across multiple places, forums, Facebook groups, other people, really, truly, I can't express it enough, start out with something used. Because
yes, that's what we did. That's what we're doing.
Start out with a used trailer, and we may continue with the used trailer too, because the depreciation on them is so big. But it's a learning experience, and I don't know of anybody that I've ran into that hasn't had a moment where their trailer hit something or where something went wrong. And really, if you start out with used, it doesn't hurt your feelings so bad when you damage it.
Yeah.
Whereas if you start out with something brand new that's $70,000, $80,000, $90,000, I don't know about you, but it hurts my feelings to scrape a tree down the side of $80,000. It doesn't hurt my feelings too much to scrape a tree down the side of $30,000 or $40,000.
Or a yellow post in the RV.
Or a yellow post, or
RV park.
That stuff that just jumps out at you in the RV park. It says, "Hey, here I am. Why don't you hit me?"
and not in our trailer.
Yeah. But it's inevitable that, I was one of those people that I'm not going to do that. I'll never hit anything. How can you be so stupid to do that?
Yeah.
And I've done it on multiple occasions, and it just happens. If you're lucky enough and fortunate enough not to ever hit anything, then hey, maybe you can go with a brand new one and not get your feelings hurt. But I recommend starting with a used one. And the other reason I recommend starting with a used one if you're going to get into full timing is some people do it, and they say that 300 square feet that they're in, it just doesn't cut it, and they can't stand it, and they end up hating full-time RVing, and they quit. And again, the depreciation on a brand new RV is so high that you should probably check out and make sure you want to do it before you jump into it, because you'll lose a lot of money.
Yeah.
What else about our first 2 years?
It's been still quite the adventure, of course, learning. I feel like some days we still learning.
Oh yeah, we're 2 years in, and we still sometimes feel like a beginner.
Yeah, still feel like a rookie, feel like a beginner, and just going into this, I guess, third year, is that just back to what Jeff said, is slowing down and really enjoying it, because like, wow, we're already here at 2 years. So
yeah.
My other, I didn't write it, but it just came to me, is if this is a lifestyle that you want to do, like he was saying, is to take that chance, to don't wait, don't put it off, just get into it, figure it out, start doing like weekend trips or whatever, and get you some little trailer or whatever, or just go to it. Don't wait, because life is so short, and we always said we want to do something like this, and the opportunity, I won't say a perfect, but it did present, the opportunity presented ourselves to do it, and we just went in and learned as we went. We've been learning as we go.
Yep. And the other thing is, we typically are in military RV parks, and most of the military RV parks are full of, are we going long?
I can see it from here. How we doing, y'all? 16. Right. We will keep it to about 20-ish minutes.
So most of the military RV parks that you're in are full of retirees, so we generally are like some of the youngest people that are there, and they tend to be mostly bigger rigs, but we spent some time last month in a park that had a lot of younger couples, and there was everything from transit work vans to Airstreams that families were living in, to small RVs like these micro class C's and micro class A's. So you don't have to have 40 feet of rig in order to do this full time. I see people doing it in all kinds of things.
Sizes.
It's super unique to every individual. Whatever works for you, go for it.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, just checking on.
Dog might be digging over there.
So
yeah.
That's all I have on my list. I think you had one more. Oh,
no, it pretty much all blended together.
Yeah. So it's, 2 years of joy, frustration, fun, adventure, growth, learning. We'll have to do a vlog on how we deal with each other, living in such close quarters with not a lot of space. But it's been very interesting, and I think it has definitely just, not to get deep into that, but it has made us in a stronger relationship, and working on, because it's always ongoing. Marriage isn't super, always not super. What was I trying to say? Marriage isn't always easy.
No, it's not always easy, but it does. You do develop some coping skills, and some ways to deal with each other, and set some ground rules. And there's a common meme out there that says, "I'm sorry for what I said while we were getting into the campsite." And we've had a couple of those episodes in the last few months where, fortunately, we were able to keep on a fairly even keel and not vent on each other as we struggle to get into the RV park. Whereas at the beginning, we might have thrown stuff and yelled at each other, and not been happy.
Tailgates got smashed.
Yeah, our tailgate got smashed. So yeah, it's good to figure out your relationship while you're doing this. And it will, if you can do it together, it'll probably make your relationship stronger.
Yeah.
So yeah. What you think?
That's it. I think that's it. We're super excited to start into our 3rd year. And stay on the lookout. We're getting much better. Last thing, just wrap it up. Getting much better with getting vlogging, getting our vlogging and getting content up weekly. So either look for our stuff on Tuesdays or Thursdays. And any questions you have so far, we'll be happy to answer. If you got anything, let us know.
If you got any questions about what it's been like to be a full-time RVing for a couple years, go ahead and drop them in the comments. We generally answer every comment, so we will get back to you.
Yeah. I think that's it, babe. Anything else?
No, you can give this subscribe and thumbs up.
Okay. All right, y'all. All right. Thank you for watching this video. Give us a thumbs up. Thumbs up, like, sub. Our channel will show love back. And if you want to know and see when we drop a video right away, hit that bell, and it'll give you a notification that we released a new video. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.
Yep, thanks for watching.